The top 10 lessons I've learned in 10 years of full-time trading. Hey everyone, so let's cut to the chase. I've been knee-deep in the world of Forex, futures, stocks, full-time trading, you name it, for over a decade now. Recently, I snagged the title of all-time record holder from FTMO, the big kahuna of Forex prop trading firms. Insane, right? All of this has got me feeling a bit old, but man, the knowledge I've accumulated along the way is worth its weight in gold. Seriously, it's been a wild ride of more than 12 years of hustling and learning. Now, as I'm getting older, I feel this urge to pay it forward, especially to the newbies and the young guns in the trading game. Navigating this landscape is not easy, especially with the social media circus where 90% of what you see is smoke and mirrors. YouTube is a prime example where they peddle dreams of quick riches through scalping or some magic bot promising consistent income with just a click. Spoiler alert, it's all a hustle. Without some wise advice from someone who's been through the trenches, you're most likely to end up wasting your time and hard-earned cash. So if you want to learn some of the biggest lessons that I've picked up during my time in the trading world, then keep watching, because I'm about to give you guys a raw, unfiltered list of the top 10 things I've learned from my journey in trading. Without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1. Doing less will actually get you more. You know what's wild? Most traders crash and burn because they are just doing too much. Yep, seriously, there's such a thing as too much analysis, too much internet research, and too much overthinking about trading. It's like they're addicted to the charts and they're glued to their screens 24/7, making trades left, right, and center like it's going to go out of style. It's super important to understand that sometimes the most powerful move you can make as a trader is to do absolutely nothing. Sounds weird, right? But you heard me right. I can guarantee you that doing nothing can actually be the most profitable thing you can do. It's all about mastering the art of patience, and I'm going to break it down for you. Low frequency trading. Okay, you might not want to hear this, but guess what? I'm all about telling you what you need to know, not what you want to hear. Let's face it, the market isn't exactly a goldmine of killer trade signals every month. I'm talking about those juicy, high probability entry points that make your heart race and your bank account swell. Truth is, they're about as rare as a unicorn sighting. Your job is to learn how to pick out the good signals from the bad ones. Once you get more proficient in the market, you'll see that really good trades, the kind of worth risking your money on, don't come around all that often. But the cool part, you don't need to trade a lot to make good money in the markets. Hedge fund trader's mindset. Imagine being a hedge fund trader with billions at your fingertips. You're not obsessing over trades all day. Instead, you're like a detective scanning through the market data to find the one perfect trade. You're on the lookout for high probability trade that's actually worth risking your or your client's hard-earned cash on. You gotta think like that too. It's your hard-earned money we are talking about. So don't waste it on those mass setups that you're not totally sure about. Wait for those no-brainer trades on the daily chart that practically slap you in the face with their obviousness. Trust me, you'll thank yourself later for not jumping the gun. And don't overcomplicate things. Sometimes traders talk themselves out of perfectly good trades. Ever thought this trade is too good to be true? So you pass on it and settle for something less likely because you found some trading view signal that supports the trade after hours of searching? Listen up, from someone who has been in trading trenches for a solid 12 years. The best trades, they are the ones that hit you like a ton of bricks, screaming their obviousness right in your face. Number 2. Watching charts and monitoring trades will actually hurt your results. You know how sometimes the more you mess with something, the worse it gets? Like if you're arguing with your partner and keep rehashing the same argument instead of letting it go, it never helps, right? It's the same with trading. Getting too emotionally tangled up in your trades, that's a surefire recipe for disaster. Ever find yourself checking a trade repeatedly, then making a hasty decision to add more, close it early, or do something you would normally not do, and then then it all goes south. Happens a lot, and it's a surefire way to lose money. Enter your trades and then just chill out. The best way to dodge the stress of over-monitoring your trades: set them and forget them. I've said it tons of times, but it's worth repeating. The less you mess with your trades, the better off you will be. That's why I keep talking about a set and forget and get a live trading approach and focusing on daily chart timeframes. When you stick to your trading plan and let things unfold naturally, letting your trading edge work its magic, that's the real deal. That's discipline and patience. Traders who are constantly jumping in and out, trying to trade every little move, aren't showing skill or discipline. They're just gambling. They can't help but keep an eye on the market. I stick to what I said multiple times. 99% of all scalpers are gamblers, not consistent in their approach. Alright. Here's a little challenge for all of you scalpers out there. Step up and face me in a trading showdown. Let's put our skills to the test and see who comes out on top. Who is brave enough to officially accept the challenge? The main reason traders start obsessing over their trades and messing with them is that they've put too much money on the line. Number 3. Think like a defensive trader. You've probably heard Warren Buffett's famous advice. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. A lot of new traders jump into the market aiming to make quick cash. What they should be doing though is focusing on not losing what they've got. It's a choice between making money fast and protecting your funds. And honestly, if you're not focusing on protection, you're likely to lose it all. That's a guarantee. What's the best offense? Yep, a rock-solid defense. This isn't just sports talk. It applies to trading too. Success in trading comes from playing it safe, waiting for the right conditions, and sticking to your plan. It's not just about making money, it's also about holding on to it. Winning a few trades can be a rush, no doubt about it. But here's the kicker. It can also inflate your ego faster than helium in a balloon. Suddenly, you're strutting around like a trading demigod, forgetting all the careful planning and strategic moves that got you those wins in the first place. Trust me, overconfidence is the quickest way to kiss your hard-earned profits goodbye. Keeping your capital safe is crucial. Think of trading like this. You want to keep your ammo, money, ready for when the easy break, good trading opportunities show up. You don't want to waste your shots on the hard targets and then have nothing left when sure things come along. It's all about picking your battles. It's a cutthroat world of trading. Hoarding your cash for those no-brainer trades is the name of the game. It's all about binding your time and striking when the iron is red hot. Don't waste your cash on iffy bets that you need to seek Telegram validation for. The best opportunities are usually pretty clear. And remember, you're not going to beat yourself up for a well thought out trade that doesn't pan out as long as you manage your risk well. But taking a gamble on something you are unsure about and losing, that's going to sting. My mantra, it's simple. Better safe than sorry. In a world where one wrong move can send your profits plummeting, playing it safe is the smartest move you can make. I never want to end a trading day feeling like I want to kick myself, no matter the outcome. Number 4. The results of your last trade should not affect your next trade. Here's a super important lesson that takes many traders years to get. The outcome of your last trade shouldn't mess with your head or your next move. In simple terms, don't let your last trade dictate what you do next. Every trade is its own beast, totally different from the last. Even if two trades look identical, the market context around them is never the same. It's crucial to grasp this because making assumptions based on your last trade or past trades is a quick road to trouble. Winning and losing are random. The results you get from any trading strategy are pretty much a roll of the dice. Imagine you make 100 trades in a year, ending up with 50 wins and 50 losses. The sequence of those wins and losses totally random. You could hit a losing streak of 10, snag a couple of wins, then lose another 10 before hitting a winning streak of 20. The big question is, how do you deal with this randomness? If you're like most, a few losses in a row can really throw you off. Losing streaks happen to everyone, but it's the reason a lot of people throw in the towel. It's tough to not lose sight of the big picture, but it's a must if you want to stick around in the trading game long term. When I say seeing the big picture, I'm talking about looking beyond the outcomes of individual trades. It's easy to get fixated on wins and losses in the moment, but if you do, you lose sight of the grand scheme, the overarching strategy that leads to long-term success. Take it easy after a big win. It's common to feel scared after a loss and way too pumped after a win. While neither is great, getting too cocky is especially dangerous. Feeling invincible leads to taking wild risks, which can lead to equally wild losses, setting off a chain reaction of bad decisions and emotional turmoil that can blow up your account in no time. Chill out after trades, reflect and remember, the market isn't going anywhere. There's no need to rush into the next trade like it's a race against time. Number 5. Get your exit plan ready before jumping in. Trading in the markets is similar to being the captain of your own ship. No one's there to tell you what to do, which means you've got to make your own rules. Stay disciplined and keep yourself in check. This is exactly where a lot of traders trip up. Left to their own devices, most folks just aren't disciplined or self-controlled enough to stick to a plan. A key part of trading that you absolutely need to figure out before you hit that buy or sell button is your exit strategy. Trust me, learning this took me a couple of years early on, and you don't want to take that long to get it. Getting out is way harder than getting in. The real trick to making money as a trader is to step back from the exit process as much as possible. It's at the exit where most people mess it all up. Here's a nugget of wisdom. Keep your trade exit plan straightforward and to the point. Have mechanical rules in the beginning, such as I will move my stop loss to break even at 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio and take profits at 1-to-2. Once you establish a proper sample size, you can tweak on that rule based on your own collected data. A lot of traders let emotions call the shots, often leading to tiny wins and big losses. It's rare for traders to exit a winning trade when they're way ahead. Why? Emotions take over. When you're winning big, it's easy to start dreaming about how much more you can win, totally ignoring the fact that you're being greedy. Ever seen someone at a casino keep pulling the lever on a slot machine even when they're up? They often end up giving all the winnings back. You've got to train yourself to exit when you're ahead, not when the market turns against you and you start panicking. The best way to do this, stick to a strict profit-taking plan and follow it religiously. Leaving your exit strategy to the heat of the moment is a surefire recipe for disaster. Number 6. Spend way more time out of the market than in it. Let me drop some truth bombs on you. After more than 12 years in the trading trenches, one lesson rings louder than any bell. Overtrading is the express lane to bankruptcy. So many traders jump in head first as soon as their account gets funded, racing to trade as much as they can and only thinking about the consequences later. It's a tough lesson, and sadly, most traders only get it after losing a heap of money. But here's the deal. If you don't slow down and learn to trade less frequently, you're gonna end up losing more often. Fall in love with the daily chart time frame. If you've been following my journey, you know I'm a big believer in harnessing the power of higher time frame charts to see the bigger picture. They filter out the market noise, and when you stick to your trading plan, you'll naturally end up trading less just by focusing on them. To me, the monthly, weekly, and daily charts are where I do my analysis. Get good at trading with it as your foundation, and you'll be miles ahead of the crowd that's busy scalping their savings into oblivion. Number 7. Can you fall asleep easily at night? You know, there's a ton of risk management strategies out there on YouTube, but let me tell you, most of them either just don't cut it, make zero sense, or are way too complex. After years of trading, the best way I found to figure out if I'm risking too much is the good old sleep test. Yeah, it's as simple as it sounds. The real deal when it comes to risk for traders, it's all about how much cash you're willing to risk on each trade. Your R number, or dollars at stake per trade, is crucial. If you're sitting there scratching your head, clueless about this number, you've got a serious issue on your hands. The money management sleep test. Alright, here's the deal on the best way to check if you're putting too much money on the line per trade. Ask yourself if that trade is haunting you, like are you constantly thinking about it even when you're not glued to your charts, tossing and turning in bed, worrying about the cash you've put in, or even sneaking out of bed to check the charts on your laptop. Or worse, are you glued to your phone in bed checking on it? If any of this hits a little too close to home, it's time to roll up your sleeves and fix it as soon as possible. The only way you're going to last in the market and catch those big moves to actually make some money is by making sure you're not betting the farm on every trade. If your trades are keeping you up at night, it's time to dial back the risk until you can hit the hay without a worry. Try reducing your position size on your next trade and keep scaling it back until you can shut down your charts and not stress over your trades. Trust me, it works, and it's going to save you from a whole lot of other trading blunders that come from risking too much. Number 8, make sure you know what you're doing before you dive into real money trading. It might sound like a no-brainer, but you would be surprised how many traders jump into trading with real cash without really knowing what they're doing. Whether it's not getting how their trading platform works or not having a solid strategy, they're pretty much just throwing their money into a slot machine. Don't be that person. Before you even think about trading with real money, here's what you absolutely gotta do unless you want to kiss your cash goodbye from the get-go. Get really good at your trading strategy. Alright, this might seem like a no-brainer, but believe me, a ton of traders just breeze right past this step. You wouldn't pilot a jumbo jet without any training and hope for the best, right? Same deal here. But what's crucial for you is to pick a strategy, stick with it, and master it before you go live. No flip-flopping or mixing and matching different methods. Trust me on this, it's a no-go. Nail your money management. Like I mentioned before, you need to be cool with the amount of money you're putting on the line. Find your comfort zone and stick to that number until you're consistently raking in the wins. No sudden spikes in the stakes. No impulsive decisions. Practice with a demo account first. Both mastering your trading strategy and getting your money management down are things you should be practicing on a demo account for a couple of months before going live. It's crucial to get the hang of how the platform works so you don't end up losing your dough over silly mistakes like messing up your position size. Number 9. Have you got yourself figured out yet? If not, it's time you do. Let me share a golden piece of advice from my 12 years in the trading game. The biggest lesson: mastering yourself is the ultimate key to mastering the markets. We've all got our mental and emotional baggage. If you don't tackle yours, forget about consistently making money in trading. Success in trading is less about the math. Sadly, most traders don't catch on to this until it's way too late. Leave your ego at the door. Listen up. And listen well. If you don't keep that ego of yours in check, it'll chew you up and spit you out faster than you can say bull market. Confidence is key, both in life and in trading. But too much of it, that's a recipe for disaster. Overconfidence lurks around the corner, especially after a couple of wins. It tricks you into thinking you've unlocked some secret trading formula, pushing you to make moves you shouldn't. Been there, done that, and let me tell you, it's not a pretty sight. Discipline equals good trading. What's discipline in trading? Let's get real about it. Imagine you've just made a killer profit. You're on the top of the world. What you do next is crucial. Are you disciplined enough to keep raking in those wins? Or are you destined to slip up? A disciplined trader keeps it cool. Stick to the plan. Maybe even shut down the laptop and take a break until the thrill of winning fades away. Build strategies for post-win actions into your trading plan, like taking a 24 to 48 hour break from the market after a big win. On the flip side, an undisciplined trader jumps right back into the fray, often making hasty decisions. Believe me, the market isn't going anywhere. Chasing after another win right after a big score is usually a bad move. High probability trades don't just appear because you're on a high. Believe me, you can take this one to the bank. Number 10. Rule of the game. Confluence is everything. When it comes down to getting into a trade, The biggest game changer I've learned during my 12 plus years trading journey is simple. The more confluence your trade has, the stronger it becomes. What's confluence, you ask? It's when multiple factors come together to back up your trade decision. Imagine looking at your charts and seeing a clear fundamental bias that also hits a higher time frame supply or demand level. The dream scenario is having everything aligned perfectly. Looking for a trade entry system. Here you go. I know. Everyone wants a trading system that's as easy to follow as a recipe, hoping it'll cut down on those pesky human errors. All you have to do is make a rule in your trading plan. Only enter trade if all stars are aligned, or in other words, if all criteria is met. If not, you stay out. This is especially great for beginners or if you're finding your footing. It helps you build confidence and discipline. Give it a shot if you're just starting out or if you're in a bit of a rut. So here's the thing. After over 12 years of trading, I've gathered enough stories and lessons to fill an entire library. But all good things must come to an end, so let's end today's video with something super important I've picked up from my years in the game. The best traders, they're the ones who stay humble and open. They get that a loss is always possible and they trade smart because of it. You start to slip the moment you think you've got the market all figured out or when you let discipline slide. Trading is like walking a tightrope between exhilarating highs and heart-pounding risks. Pretty cool, huh? You can make money from your couch. No commute, no boss, endless earning potential. And it's easy to jump in, but it's also super easy to lose money if you're not careful. The real power, it's all about controlling you. That's how you win this game. Self-control is key. And trust me, it's something you want to learn from someone who knows their stuff, like me, rather than learning it the tough way. The market will eventually school you on everything you need to know. But the real question is, do you have the cash and the mental strength to stick around for those lessons?